introduce ourselves.
That's easy. I'm Cepeda, the founder and director of ABAskills.
My name is Dr. Sarah Heller, and I'm the district-wide behavior specialist for the Merrick Union.
Hi, I'm Laura Mager. I am a New York City public school teacher. I'm a special education teacher, and I have a brother who is a 34-year-old adult diagnosed with multiple disabilities, including autism.
Sure, I'm David Celiberti. I'm the executive director of the Association for Science and Autism Treatment.
I am Marcia Questel. I'm a board-certified behavior analyst at BCBA, and I've been working with people with autism for almost 20 years. I think we're about... Okay, Dr. Larsson, please introduce yourself. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sure, I'm happy to be here. So I'm providing services out. Our base is in Minneapolis, Minnesota, but we have a small center also in Nebraska. And occasionally we have families that invite us to do long distance consultation around the Midwest.
So we're Scott and Linda Wright. We're co-owners of the Lobos Institute, primarily in Los Angeles and the Philadelphia region.
What we all focused on right away was how to best teach, right? How to best do our jobs through the pandemic, how to best reach others.
While you were talking about the goal of what we've learned, my mind immediately went to parent training.
And I really tried to instill this mentality that every month we want to be better at meeting the needs of our students than the month before, and anticipate that next month on how to tackle virtual instruction.
Visible backpack of all children. Are they coming in hungry? Are they coming in without a safe home? Like, we were sending these children home.
And that technology happened to be mom's laptop for her job, and she's now working from home 40 hours a week. And so that's where we started. And then over time,
Staff were very comfortable continuing to go into the home. But that doesn't mean the family wanted them to come into the home. So, and then expecting family on a weekly basis, and then we had them as families.
Clients based on the variations in the number of hours.
This graph then shows our actual hours, election day progress as we track it every 6 months. So each line is the ICAS objectives we might be working on. So one thing that was really
come home, have all his language training, all of a sudden know.
So the parents became almost overnight the only agents for meeting all the needs of every family member. And by the time they were engaged with our survey, that was about 6 weeks.
Well, you know, and again, the staff soldiering through.
And through telehealth and do my job, you know, and there was a lot to have a proactive approach. Do you feel any sense of guilt or
I think it was incredibly wholesome on mental health for all people. And I really shout out to teachers and care, because the level of meticulous awareness I found coming into...
You know, I see a lot of flexibility in how some districts are approaching this. Sadly, and for reasons...
85% of our participants were new to telehealth services. So had never used it before. And we had research before the pandemic that said that telehealth could be effective. Let's be honest, there's a bit of faith involved, right? There's
telehealth or remote services are an adequate replacement when 5% disagree or received before. But when it's that we saw were like friends, but we also perfectly it all. So I think that's great. I
talked about our presentation, our stimuli.
What's been great is that a lot of parents that I work with have recognized it's so great to not have you here, because I want you to see exactly what he or she does when you're not here.
Keep seeing the value and the benefit of telehealth, and how are we?
You know, it's one way to say what you just said is, well, we're telling the parents that we're making them work now, but when your child turns 21 and he's got no, but if a parent tells me my child doesn't sleep.
How many slippery roads nowadays?
On its own schedule, you know, sessions are missed, play needs. Doing classwork, I have to be their TA.
And I think that we also could use some more of that.
She did something on tips for successful homeschooling. We have a great article on what parents should get from the school?
For me personally, I will resume services with greater respect for the challenges parents face in managing the many facets of their life while bringing up a child with autism, with greater understanding of the guilt that many of them carry because they feel they can't always meet all of their children's needs, and greater faith in the principles of our science and their flexible application at time of crisis. And I have to say, some of the people that I'm working with are making incredible gains that were not seen before. And I hope that we take these lessons and don't just beg for normal, but take these lessons and really make a new revolutionized impact on